What's good, everybody out there on YouTube? This is your man Shadicstick dropping some Hot Firaga on this mic. If you notice the new look, it's because we had actually a spare tripod. We'd been trying to find it for a while. We were cleaning out in my mom's room and my mom found it, and so I was just like, can I use that? And she was like, yeah, sure, go ahead and use it. So I'm using this tripod. I'm finally able to get somewhat of what I want in terms of lighting. I'm still gonna invest in some type of external lighting like a softbox or something, but this will do for now. But today what I really wanted to talk about was Tetsuya Nomura basically saying that he wanted to implement some type of online feature into Kingdom Hearts 3. Other people have talked about this, and he said specifically be ready for it because you'll need extra space on your PlayStation 4 because they cannot fit it on the disc if they were to put it on disc. So does that mean that the online will be external in terms of you having to download it, or would that mean it's DLC? I hope it's not DLC, but if they execute it like how they did in 15 and make it relatively cheap, I'll be fine with it, especially since he said DLC is something that they're not looking into right now. So more than likely it'll just be a separate downloadable part of the game. But the biggest thing I wanted to talk about is how are they going to execute this online that we're getting. And even till this date, we have not had anything that's been groundbreaking in terms of Kingdom Hearts Online. Kingdom Hearts Union Cross is great and everything, but they limit everything to the party you're in, which is basically like a small guild. And when you get randoms, it's people from other parties, and you can't play with specific friends. Say for instance you and your friends are in two different parties, you can't play with them, or you can on the offshoot that you get lucky and get in the same room as them. But the point is that there's nothing there that's robust. It's just playing online with random people. And while that's nifty and all, it's not anything groundbreaking. It's not really good for the modern day and age. And I know PvP just got added to that game, but I want to talk about how Kingdom Hearts 3 will execute its online multiplayer. So I have some notes written here on my nifty little handheld device. It's my phone. That's mostly because the monitors aren't in front of me, so I gotta use it. But I'll be talking in depth about each individual style of game that we've had so far in the past that had some type of major multiplayer component, comparing it with Final Fantasy 15, which is the roughest estimate of, I guess, the Square RPG, that action RPG that's the closest to Kingdom Hearts in terms of gameplay getting online multiplayer, and how I personally would like to see Kingdom Hearts 3 executed in terms of multiplayer. Let's begin.
Here I go. All right, bring it on.
Alright, so the first thing a lot of people are thinking of when it comes to online or an online component in Kingdom Hearts 3 is that it might just be leaderboards. And if it's leaderboards, Nomura, you shouldn't even made any type of statement towards online, because that's just disgusting. I mean, if you were going to say there's going to be an online component, just tell us it's leaderboards. We don't care about other leaderboards and stuff unless it affects our single player experience directly, or unless there's some type of Dark Souls component in the game where you have people who can help you throughout the world or something like that, or you can have players invade your world. But I don't think Kingdom Hearts is going to do that. And that's not to say that leaderboards would inherently be lazy. I just think it's not something noteworthy to bring up. The next way I can see them executing online is the Mirage Arena. Now, if you guys don't know what the Mirage Arena was, it was the multiplayer component that was in Kingdom Hearts Birth by Sleep, and it carried over into the remixes, but it ixnayed the multiplayer and online component. Although online was through the ad hoc system that was on PSP and PS3, it was still online nonetheless. And the reason I think they might implement this is because it's the easiest way to do it without wasting resources and without giving players something that won't satisfy them. Because admittedly, Mirage Arena is pretty cool. It's a bunch of bosses, you can fight them with your friends, and I thought that was always cool. But at the end of the day, it's not something that's groundbreaking. It's pretty neat, and it's pretty fun and it would be pretty fun to play with friends, but that's not the online that I think people would be looking for or be expecting really from Kingdom Hearts 3. I think people would be more expecting something like Comrades Final Fantasy 15 or Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days, where we have a either we have a bunch of, playable characters such as, King Mickey, Donald, Goofy, Sora, Riku, Kairi, Lee, etc. playable, and we execute different missions that are given to us. We'll have this hub world, I guess, or do what 358 over 2 days did, where you were in the small hub of Twilight Town, I think, if I remember correctly, or if it was just a lobby or something, but you had a good list of missions to go through. Because although 358 over 2 days, gameplay wise, isn't the greatest game in the series, it did execute its multiplayer really well. It gave people incentives to play every character because they played differently and they brought something unique to the battlefield. And that's something that I would like to see return in Kingdom Hearts 3 if they were to have non-customizable characters. But if they take the customizable characters route like Final Fantasy 15 Conrad's expansion did, I'd really like to see what they could do in terms of customization, in terms of implementing some type of story for your character and what rhyming reason they have for doing these things, and making it feel like people have options to, that are more than just Keyblades. They can equip other weapons, etc. Or maybe there's a class system, we may never know. But I'd like to now talk about what I would like to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 in terms of online components. The first thing I would like to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 in terms of just having some type of online environment or whatever, online component, is I want to see free roam. I want to be able to explore every single world of Kingdom Hearts 3 as it is in single player in multiplayer. There's no reason to, block it off. I never understood why games did this, but I feel it's something that we just need at this point in Kingdom Hearts 3 if we want to have a successful online, environment. Have players fight different enemies in the world as if it was just brand new. And then one other thing I would like to see is world events. Things like raid bosses, or you go to a certain area, a certain event occurs, and it starts up. Maybe have this tied off to certain times of day. Make it so that the experience feels unique every time you're free roaming in this world. That is something that I think would be, immensely great to see. The next thing I would like to see is some hub world or some little hub in each world for missions. And since in this little interview we got that the Gummy Ship is basically going to be this free roam open world type of situation, implement that in some type of way. Make it so that people who are participating in the same party can venture to different worlds. We see other people. We can see what other players are doing in this world. Maybe there's you're in a room of other players. Each room has maybe a limit of, let's say, 32 people, and you go into each one. I think that would be amazing. Would be the coolest way to experience Kingdom Hearts 3. Also, make it to where there are private lobbies. I think a system like Grand Theft Auto 5's online having private or open lobbies would actually work really well in Kingdom Hearts. Especially since you won't run into an immense amount of trolling in Kingdom Hearts because it doesn't require you to invest time and effort into, building up these cars and stuff and then only to have it destroyed by your friend. But on the real though, I'd really like to see what they could do in the limits they could push Kingdom Hearts 3 to, especially in an online environment. It's something that I guess the Japanese developers at Square Enix haven't really ventured off into. We have had games like Final Fantasy 14 and Dragon Quest 10 where they were MMOs, but I'd like to see Kingdom Hearts 3's online component be turned in sort of an MMO light, if you will. Having it be in somewhere in between GTA 5 and Dragon Ball Xenoverse. Each individual world is like sort of a different lobby, but whoever's in your party of friends could always follow you and go to that lobby with you as long as there's enough space. Or you could decide to make your own private world and explore that world with your friends. Maybe you can get into different party battles if you wanted to and throw in a little PvP in there. Another thing that I think would work really well in Kingdom Hearts is PvP. Other JRPGs have taken this on. Pokemon, I think, does their online multiplayer the best in terms of how they scale people. Everyone gets scaled to level 50. So say for instance, if you get in a fight with a level 50 guy and you're level 1, maybe scale all the levels to level like 75 or something so everyone has a fair chance or just their fair stake in a battle if they get in a fight with someone online. I think that'd be really cool to see and implement into Kingdom Hearts 3. Or we could see this with maybe a class system or a character system, which your character you choose, maybe you choose Sora or Riku or Axel or Lee, and they basically determine what type of gameplay style you have, much like a class in any other video game or RPG. There's so much potential here with a Kingdom Hearts Online component that I can't see it not work. But hey, that's for Square to decide and Kingdom Hearts 3's development team to decide, and most importantly, Daddy Nomura. But guys, tell me how you feel about this down in that comment section below. This has been your man Shadicstick. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. This video is a discussion. Remember that. It's more than just a video. It's a discussion. It's a debate. It's a conversation about what we would like to see in Kingdom Hearts 3 in terms of online combat, or just in general what you would like to see in the game. Tell me if you feel like the MMO light genre would really fit well into Kingdom Hearts. Tell me how you feel like it should be executed. Do you think the 358 over 2 days / comrade style would fit it better than, say, for instance, just having a Mirage Arena where it's a series of boss fights and having missions instead? Or do you think what I said would be really cool in Kingdom Hearts 3, basically? But again, this is being your man Shadicstick. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. Share the video out with your friends. Hot Firaga turns to Cold Blizzaga. The links to my Discord, my Twitter, and my Patreon are all down in that the description below. I said comment section, Jesus Christ. But in that description down below. Also, if you want to become a sponsor, it's down there. And we're out of here. Peace. Kiss, kiss.